Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you so much, sir.
ASTHA JAIN.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
Sir, I'm 22-year-old.
What is your date of birth?
Sir, 16th March 2001.
16th March 2001.
Yes, sir.
So you are all of will be 23.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And you come from Shamli.
Yes, sir.
Please tell us something about yourself. Sit comfortably.
Yes, sir. I'm comfortable.
Okay. So tell us something about yourself.
Sir, my name is ASTHA Jain. I belong to Shamli, Uttar Pradesh. I am a BA graduate from Miranda House, University of Delhi. My hobbies are playing badminton, yoga, and also volunteering for NGOs, especially working in child issues. And this is my first attempt and my first interview.
First attempt, first interview.
Yes, sir.
So you hope to crack it?
Yes, sir, I do hope.
Do hope.
Yes, sir.
And instead of pursuing higher studies, immediately after graduation, why do you want to become a civil servant despised by all and kicked around by all? Why do you want to become a civil servant?
Sir, this has always been my career aspiration. And from class 11, I was sure that I want to be a civil servant soon in my life. So after graduation, my aim was clear that I will be joining civil services. And regarding higher education, I will be pursuing higher education, but after setting up a career for myself.
That's a career or a career wish or a service wish?
Sir, more of a service wish.
Why so?
Sir, when I dreamt of becoming civil servant in the first instance, my motivation was to be a part of governance so that I can bring a change at the ground level. And public service, I believe, provides me that opportunity to create some change in the society. So that's why it is more of a service for me than just a career opportunity.
Tell me. In hunger index,
Yes, sir.
we are worse than Bangladesh and Pakistan.
Yes, sir.
Right? That is the global index. 80 crore people have to be fed from the government food supplies. Right? Our health ratio is very bad. Female infanticide takes place. 1 in every 4 child brides come from India. This is what civil service has given in the last 75 years. And you want to join the band of such people? Why?
Sir, to just focus on some failures and to declare civil services a failure would be a great mistake and a great dishonor to the civil servants and their service to the nation. Today, India is fifth largest economy in the world, and we are excelling in our foreign policy. And even in the ground level, I can see that during the 70-year journey, we have reached to a great height. India has lifted millions out of poverty, and India provides the largest food support system in the form of midday meal or many other schemes. Regarding in education also, we are improving. Now we have 77% around literacy. So I am hopeful that in the coming days, civil servant will act as a backbone and will further take India to the new heights.
Excellent. Okay. Now you are interested in child-related issues.
Yes, sir.
Right? Have you heard of Juvenile Justice Act?
Yes, sir.
Why the act is not taking off? What are the reasons that Juvenile Justice Act is not taking off fully?
Sir, as much as I'm aware about the act, so one issue is regarding the child welfare committees that are there in the ground level. I think there are some issues in their functioning, and regarding adoption rate also, I think there is some issue, but I'll have to read more about the act. And
Please do that.
yes, sir.
And can a juvenile be tried as an adult for crimes committed by them?
Sir, I think if he is above 16 years, he can be tried in the recent amendments do focus on that.
In what cases?
Sir, in extreme cases like rape and all, I think after some cases of rape, there were some amendments in the act.
Okay. My last question to you. Right. Are you aware of the age of consent issue in the country?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, the country law recognized 18 years as the age of consent, but regarding the marriage, the age differential is that girls can marry after 18 years, but boy can marry after 21 years. So that's the age of consent, I think.
But under the POXO Act,
Yeah.
the age of consent issue comes in from the POXO Act largely.
Yes, sir, there is an anomaly there.
What is the anomaly?
Sir, the anomaly is that till 18 years, age of consent is considered as 18 years. But if the girl is married to a adult man before 18 years, I think
ASTHA, is it not the issue of a girl who is 50
15.
and enters into a sexual dalliance with a man,
Yes, sir.
but with consent?
Yes, sir, that's the issue.
So should that relationship be a crime or should pass as a consensual act of sexual relationship?
Sir, I think till the age of 18, just to say that the girl has given consent would not be totally appropriate, because the girl needs proper education in terms of sex education and all, and she can't be considered as a full individual taking independent decisions before the age of 18.
But a lot of jurists, NGOs, and women groups are asking for lowering this age. What should be, in your estimation, what should be an appropriate age of consent where a girl is fully aware of implications of this kind of engagement?
Sir, I agree with the current age of 18 years. I think that's fine because at the age of 18, we actually complete our schooling, and we are exposed to the new world, and we are fully mature to understand the implications of our actions more clearly. So I don't see any problem in 18th year of age as the age of consent.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, ASTHA.
Hello,
How are you doing today?
I'm good, sir.
And how's the weather treating you?
Sir, it is quite cold outside.
What's the temperature like?
Sir, I think it is around 12 to 14 degrees, sir.
Did anything else bother you?
Apart from the cold.
Yes.
So I think it is pleasant.
Did pollution bother you?
So pollution level did bother me in November very much, but right now I think it is quite okayish for me. I think I have been used to it, I think.
All right. So let's talk about the pollution here in Delhi and then other parts of the country. This has been a perennial problem in Delhi, particularly more so in November, and then it's get accelerated in November. And with Supreme Court intervention, despite all this, nothing has moved in. What do you think should be concrete measures in bullet points? 1, 2, 3 need to be taken?
So for first, I think we have to move from reactive approach to proactive approach. So the laws are there, but they are mostly implemented during the high peak month in November and December. So from that, we have to ensure that the laws are implemented throughout the year, and any case of violation of law should be dealt properly.
The problem, ASTHA, is that laws are not executed. I mean, that's not complied to.
Yes, sir, there is a compliance issue. That's why I'm saying that laws have to be implemented throughout the year with the...
And how do you do that? You have a law still not being followed in and there is a court intervention, it's not followed in Haryana, stubble burning still going on. Punjab is the same scenario. Okay, come on to the other measures. What do you think about the other measures?
Sir, apart from legislative measure, I believe that air pollution, so we need to ensure cleaner energy availability in the market. For example, EV vehicles are still in its nascent stage. So to promote cleaner energy will ensure that the transport, the pollution coming from transport will be reduced. Apart from it, traffic management and to ensure public transport system is improved should be a priority of Delhi government, especially. For example, the bus system that is there in Delhi, I believe has certain flaws, like the schedule of the buses and how they are moving. The second thing should be the public transport system should be improved. And thirdly, I believe that on a citizens level, there should be a movement by the Delhi people themselves that they can ensure a change in the air pollution level. For example, during Diwali or during any other celebration, I have seen people using crackers even though the pollution level reached to certain heights. So I think people should also demand.
Okay, Astha, India has been having a very robust foreign policy,
Yes.
and which is further categorized as, let's take it as neighborhood first.
Yes.
Now, of late, the development which has taken place in Maldives, have we really achieved our goals as the policy of neighborhood first?
So India has always placed neighborhood as its first priority. And regarding the Maldives issue, I believe that there are force more on the Maldives side, Maldivian side than the Indian side. The India Out campaign that was there was one such fallacy after, and the recent controversy regarding the ministers commenting on the honorable PM was also a mistake on the part of Maldivian government. And Indian government, despite the regime changes in Maldives, has always been has always acted as the first respondent. And in the past also, we have always supported Maldivian government. We even supply data. Our navy help them survey the waters. We supply line of credit also.
But Asta, if you are supposed the senior most diplomat and you were to take action, what action do you think the Indian government should be or Indian foreign ministry should be taken in this case against Maldives?
Sir, I think diplomatic dialogue is the only way forward, because we also need to ensure that Maldives remains on Indian side, and the Indian Maldives relation go on a further increase engagement. So I think as a diplomat, what I would say is that I would engage with Maldivian government to ensure that their perception regarding India, the recent changes that they are bringing, I can bring notice to them that these changes will not help in taking forward the relationship, and we should engage more with Maldivian government to ensure that the China-India dynamics that is going on in Maldives do not become a zero-sum game.
Astha, you have a very good educational background, and especially we are happy to see that you are already a four
Yes, sir.
in 12th.
Yes, sir.
And graduation, what made you choose political science and economics?
So these are the two disciplines that interest me the most, and I think these two are the discipline that shapes India in a very fundamental way. Indian politics and economics are the two areas I believe that can make India a great superpower. So I have always interested in these
When you
subjects.
chose these subjects, did you have civil services in mind?
Yes, sir. So
Please.
So from class 11th only, I was sure that I want to be a part of governance system. So I chose my subjects according to the requirements of the exam also.
What is the main area where civil services are relevant from your perspective?
Sir, I believe in the social sector, civil service has a great role to play. In education and health, there is a saying that we can't privatize these sectors. And there is a role of government there to improve our literacy rate, to ensure inclusive education, inclusive development. The first area would be this. And secondly, to facilitate economic growth also, we need civil servants. For example, the recent development in the economy can be attributed to the civil servants' creative ideas. And the third area I would say where civil services is necessary would be in the protection of environment, and law and order is definitely the fourth area where civil service is important.
Coming to education, what is the dropout rate at the primary level in UP?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not aware about the specific data, but I think in the primary level, the dropout are quite lower compared to the higher level, because gross enrollment ratio in the primary classes are high as per my understanding, but I have to look into the specific data.
Any reason why it is good in the primary level and not good in the higher level?
So in the primary level, I believe that parents do try to send their children to school, but due to when they get older, what happens is that the burden of family comes on the shoulder of children. They have to drop out in order to support their family. Apart from it, the quality of education that is in India, also and the teacher education that is there. All these factors combine to ensure to make this happen, that dropout rates increase with higher education.
Do you think midday meal scheme, if it is extended to the higher classes, it will help in reducing this dropout?
So midday meal scheme was a great intervention to ensure participation of children in the school. But I believe in the higher education, this might not be as effective because the burden of earning income for the family and on one hand, and on the other hand, the one-time meal in the school might not be compared equally. And that's why I believe some other interventions should be necessary, not just midday meal, for ensuring enrollment in the higher education.
ASTHA, we do not have your DAF 1, so I don't know what is your optional.
So my optional is political science and international relations.
Okay. Congratulations for being 4th at the CBSE
Thank you, sir.
and also crossing the main exam in civil services in the first attempt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You consider it as your brilliance or your ability to focus or your ability to put long hours of study?
Sir, I believe my ability to put long hours into the was a primary factor, because brilliance is one thing, but if we get overconfident and we do not put many hours into the studies consistently, I might not have been able to come this far. So I believe it was my hard work and my consistency in education that reached me there.
Good. You just answered a question on Maldives.
Yes.
Sir asked you. You are a student of political science and international relations and economics. Tell me what step of Chanakya's policy is being employed by India on Maldives right now?
Sir, Chanakya's policy of concentric circles.
No.
Oh,
On diplomacy?
on diplomacy.
Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed.
Okay. These four
So which stage is being employed by India right now?
Sir, I think some
You spoke about Sam, but it is not Sam now.
dialogue. Sir, I think some
Dialogue is over. What PM Modi has done is something different.
Down. Sir, I think PM Modi has not done anything. I mean, in against Maldives, I think he just promoted Lakshadweep.
Of course. What is the aim of Prime Minister's visit to Lakshadweep at this point of time?
Sir, I think it is there to promote Indian tourism, but I can understand that some are taking it as a zero-sum game, that promoting.
You know how many Indians went to Lakshadweep in the last tourist
So
season?
India do consist the highest number of tourists.
200,000 people
India is
from India went to Maldives, a tiny island. The whole economy, perhaps 40% is dependent on tourism.
yes, sir.
And out of that, 50% is Indian tourists going there. So what is the stage? What is the stage in Chanakya's policy that India is employing now?
Down.
Dand.
Sir,
They are punishing Maldives.
Sir, I might not fully agree that they are
Okay.
punishing Maldives as such. I do believe that there might be some element of down, that Maldives will pay for something that they are currently pursuing, but that
Alright.
would be, in my instance, would be a
Okay,
little.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, IFS is your third choice, and you are interested in yoga.
Yes, sir.
You are posted as a diplomat in Vladivostok. Okay, or any other country for that. Someone asks you, what is yoga? Explain to me. A foreign diplomat is asking you, what is yoga? How will you explain?
Sir, I will explain yoga as a science which focus on unifying one's individual consciousness to the universal consciousness. It aims at union of body, soul and mind, which leads ultimately to self-realization and self-awareness. Yoga not only focuses on physical wellness, but it encompasses emotional, spiritual as well as mental wellness. For me personally, yoga is a way of realizing my own potential, to be calm among chaos, to be confident among difficulties, and yoga has helped me to be disciplined, to be focused, and one who is as the Lord Krishna said, a karma yogi is one who performs nishkam karma. So a yogi is not only one who performs asana or pranayam, but in our daily life we can be a yogi. So for me, yoga is that.
Good. How will you rate Indian badminton in today's world?
So I think India is doing good in badminton with Olympic medals from PV Sindhuji and Saina Nehwal. Apart from it, we have Commonwealth medals and all. But yeah, there is a long way to go, because our neighborhood country like China and some Southeast Asian countries are doing far better than India. And with India's current demography, I do believe that we can do much better than.
What is the problem why India is not doing well?
Sir, there are certain issues. First, I think the infrastructure that is needed is not present at the ground level, especially in North India. In my own state, UP, although I was interested in playing badminton, in my own town, there was no park or any other facility where I can be trained. And so even
So
my
whose fault is this? Isn't it government's fault?
Sir, just to put the burden on only the government shoulder would be a fallacy, because my school could have introduced it as well. But even
school is
then,
part of the government.
sir, it is a private school.
Also, it's a private school, but that's a different matter. It depends on them.
Apart from it, I do believe that the poverty and the poverty rate in India, most of the people majorly focus on meeting their daily needs. And so in that circumstances, to reach for something risky career opportunity like badminton, sports in general.
Our 140 crore people, they are not going to play badminton all. You need 5 or 10 people to play badminton. And for that, you need 5 or 10 people from each of these districts to come at the national level. We're not talking of masses to play badminton.
Yes, sir.
If the government and the state government cannot provide for 5 or 10 people to be trained properly in a state or in a district, what is the government doing? It's not good enough.
Okay. And you are from Shamli.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the status of women in Shamli? Is it better or worse than the national status?
So sex ratio is definitely worse than the national status, and also the literacy rate is around 55 to 57%. So it is lesser than the national rate, and there is a need to do much more. Apart from it, crimes are also there against women, and crime rate in my own district is quite high. That's why there is out migration of families. That issue was there in some times ago. So if compared with the Indian level, I think there are worse indicators.
It's worse than the national status.
Yes.
Okay. And you have topped in your +2 class, All India rank 4. So it looks like you have been manufactured as an IAS officer. Very brilliant in your studies as well. Okay. Astha, can you tell me if there would be no civil services, what you would be doing?
So my interests also lie in teaching. I do feel joyous when I teach people, and I have been teaching in NGOs and also children in my locality. If not civil service, then definitely I would feel that through my service in teaching, I can bring change at the ground level, which is my main focus. It is a public service.
Are there good or bad teachers?
So yes, sir, I do believe there are good teachers and bad teachers, and in my personal life, I have met both. The main difference between a good teacher and a bad teacher is the willingness to teach. I have seen that in government school especially, that the willingness to teach reduced comparatively to the private sector. That may be because there is a certain amount of permanency in government schools. That can be one reason. But yes, if teachers are willing to teach in a right manner, if they are dedicated that they want student welfare rather than just getting income from it, that make them a good teacher.
Asta, from past 1 or 2 decades, there have been mushroom growth of this coaching institutes.
Yes.
What do you think on that? Why is it happening?
So the competition in the last few decades in competitive exams has increased tremendously as the literacy rates go up and children are getting more education. Their career aspiration has been rising, and society as a whole focus on 2-3 main exams like NEET, IIT, and UPSC. So we are pushing our children into these 3 main examination. So the competition is quite high, and the level of difficulty in the exams are also increasing. So coaching institutions provide a kind of hope to the students that they can crack this, and they will help them from they will spoon feed them the education and they can crack it.
Okay. If I say, do you agree with me? The education system has totally failed in India. Do you agree with this statement?
So no, sir, not totally failed. It has attained certain achievements in the past. First, I think the literacy rate shows that we are from independence till now. The literacy rate shows that we have achieved something. Apart from it, gross enrollment ratio is quite good in the primary sector, and Indians achieving in science and in other areas worldwide is the testimony of Indian education system. Yeah, but yes, sir, I do believe that we have a long way to go.
Okay, Asta. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Astha, we are done with your formal interaction.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, how do you think you fared in this interaction?
Sir, I don't I can't evaluate because this is my first MOOC. So
Right. But did you find any shortcomings in your interview, if you noticed any?
sir, I do believe that my answers can be more crisp and to the point, and there is a knowledge gap that I have to fill. Apart from it, I do want to ask 1 or 2 questions, like my personal capacity.
Sure. We'll give you that opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have been brilliant.
Thank you, sir.
The assessment is, and I'm sure my colleagues will also have this assessment, that you walk into the service. But don't become overconfident.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to deflate you, right? So you'll make it. One, that as you pointed out, you make very long answers.
Wrong answers.
Long answers.
Long answers, yes.
Very long sometimes, and it seems unnecessary repetition.
Yes, sir.
So, as you yourself said, your answers could be more pointed and crisper. So, work on that.
Yes, sir.
That's one. And sometimes when you don't know, or when some question is posed to which you don't agree, you make a face like this.
Yeah. I wanted to ask this. My facial expressions are.
So, just avoid it.
Okay.
I mean, you come from a particular background. We all come, some of us have that kind of a background, so we understand a lot of things, why it happens and how it happens. That's fine. So, but since your date is not out, you have plenty of time to work on it.
Okay, sir.
And another thing that you just said, yeah is out from the civil services interview. It is
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So I used yeah.
Yes, you just
Okay.
used.
Okay. Sir.
So it is yes.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
Just take care of it.
I
We
will.
are also culpable of this kind of usage of yeah. But anyway, your answer why you wanted to join the civil service was very good, better than one has heard from many people. You answered it well,
Okay, sir.
but you can always say that by joining the civil services, you will be part of the growth story of India to a 5 trillion economy, and the advanced countries of the world, we will be making that mark soon in my service career, and I'll be part of that growth story. I'll be delivering those plans. I'll be working with people, and later I'll be contributing to the policy formulation also. So that would make a complete
Yes, sir.
and very convincing argument that look, here is a young woman who has a vision on 45 year 47
Futuristic answer. It.
future, and she has a vision of the country up to that period.
Yes, sir.
We want such young people to come and join the services, right? Long answer, you have to. Then you are very monotonous. Your tone is very monotone. पूरा ऐसा है करके नहीं, थोड़ा involve होके.
Okay. So,
Involve.
Modulation.
You will yeah.
modulation.
A
Okay.
bit of modulation, yes, and you will be more in. If I were to tell you, you are excellent, and you could improve like this.
Okay, I can
And
understand.
the way I told you earlier, I could have told the way now I want to tell. Is there a difference?
Yes, sir. I can feel the difference.
So you
I
would
have.
connect if I told you the way I try to talk like you. I cannot. Okay? So you are good, outstanding. But we are only suggesting you have time,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so work on it.
Yes, sir. I do want to know.
Improve on it.
Yes.
Your eye contact was good, your hand movement was very good. And are you going to go in the similar dress or
Sir, I will choose a different sari, I guess.
a bit brighter
Yes.
for a young girl of your age?
But not too bright.
Yeah, no, not,
Okay.
but this is slightly brighter.
Yes, sir.
And by the time you go for the interview, maybe the woolens won't be required. So anyway, and shoes, formal shoes.
Shoes.
Shoes or whatever sandals, whatever you want to wear, should be formal.
Okay, sir. So
What
this.
you are wearing right now
Yes, sir.
is not formal.
Okay. Okay.
It is not formal.
Okay.
Right? It matches with your sari. Good. But it could be
Okay. More formal. Okay, sir.
Right. So, since this is your first thing, one thing I have told you. Now, prepare a question bank. Questions will come from your DAF,
Hmm.
your educational qualifications, your optional subject, and general studies, current affairs. So, prepare about 100 questions. Ask your friends to prepare questions
Yes, sir. I'm working.
on DAF
Yes, sir.
in particular, because you will miss a lot of things. They will ask you good questions.
Yes.
So prepare their answers point-wise, bulleted points. Don't write prose. Your language is good, you communicate well. So just make the bulleted points so that they will automatically come one after the other when you
Okay.
answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is
So
a major
you become-
problem.
You become more effective in communication. When you are crisper, make short points, so that will deliver a good punch.
Yes, sir.
So practice in front of your friends or family or wherever you think, or mirror. If nothing else, mirror. So mirror will also tell you what you are doing and how you are doing.
Yes, sir.
Practice it. You have done very well, and just maintain this cheer that you right now have
Thank you, sir.
while answering the questions.
Sir, I want to ask
Please
you,
go
was I laughing too?
No,
No, you are not laughing.
it's fine.
The smile was fine, like.
Perfect. Rather, I'm saying you could have, it would help you to smile a bit more. So you are not over the board.
Okay.
Anyway, in any way.
If I can
Yeah,
add one
please.
more thing. I noticed that you are jumping into answering a question. The question is asked and you immediately start.
Yes.
Take a few moments to organize your thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Put them, if you have made the points just the way Chairman Sir has said, that you have prepared 100 questions, try and take a few moments to organize your thoughts. Put the priority in your bullet points and then speak.
Yes, sir.
That will help you a lot. I wish you all the best.
All the very best.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
more questions?
Sir, I also want to know that was I speaking too fast? This is a problem that I have when I speak informally, that I speak a little faster.
No, you were not, but you were monotonous.
Okay, monotony.
Yeah. and try to speak more steady. Be more composed.
Okay.
Right? You can practice going bit slower than this.
Yes, sir.
But you are in rhythm, so there is no problem. It should not affect your content
Yes, sir. Yes.
and delivery. So just work on the modulation. Once you bring in the modulation, speed will automatically become slower.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Anything else you want to ask?
No, sir, I'm done.
Okay, let's
Thank you.
see your name in the newspaper.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
All the best.
Let's use the washroom. Wonderful.